Hello guys, welcome back to LeetCode with AK. So I am Aravind here. Guys, actually today we are going to solve one of the easiest problem. So I just want to tell about the background. So why I picked this problem, right? So one of my colleagues actually started to developing his problem solving skills. So he day to day actually is solving some problems in LeetCode. And he just pinged me. I got stuck with this problem. Even guys, actually I gone through the problem statement. The problem is tagged as a easy, but the only thing is like we have to figure out all the gray areas. So every time I actually in all of my video, actually I'm iterating again and again. We have to read the problem statement carefully, as well as we have to figure out the gray points. As well as we have to need to be considered that base, I mean edge cases also. So I read this problem statement. The problem is easy, but there are the more thing actually we have to understand while we're reading this problem statement. As I solved this problem, so the actually this is what I got the idea. So why I shouldn't create a video for this one, because even actually during my initial days, everyone had to be start with zero, right? So during my initial days, actually I solved this problem. I took more time, not only for actually I solved in other platforms. So okay, actually if I create a video for that one, then definitely it might be helpful for anyone who is starting that improving this problem solving skill. Okay, let's move on to this problem. Before moving on to the problem, guys, actually request you please subscribe this channel as well as, so if you get stuck with any problems, or if you want me to create video for any particular problem, please do your comment. Definitely I love to read that. So meanwhile, not 100%, 200% I guarantee I will create a video for that one. Please do your comment if you want to make any video for any particular problem statement in the LeetCode. Okay, let's move on to this problem. Actually, the problem is the LeetCode 605 can place flowers. Okay, it is a easy tag problem. So we'll read the problem statement. You have a long flower bed, so which has some plants are planted, some are not. Okay, however, plant cannot be planted in adjacent plant. Okay, there is a flower bed. Okay, there are some flowers already been planted. There are few things are left. So only thing is like you have to find out the possibility to plot that particular plants, right? But you need not to, but we have to worry about this particular adjacent rule. So what they are saying, the flowers cannot be planted in adjacent plots. So what does it mean? So like let's say if you are taking the index 10 or 01, so 01, in that case, so just take this index I equal to 1, right? This is first index, right? For the very first index, the first let's say this is index 0 and this is index 1. So for index 1, what are all the adjacent nodes? Actually, index 2 and index 0. For index 1, so index 2 and index 0 is the adjacent plot, right? If we are going to plot flowers for this particular index, you should not violate the adjacent plot. So what they are trying to say, if you are going, if we, sorry, if you are trying to plant any flowers in this particular node, you should have checked the adjacent node. The adjacent plots should not have flowers. Then only then you have a possibility to plant the flowers here. Okay, let's take this to what the given input is integer, the flower bed containing 0 1. 0 is empty and 1 it's not empty. Okay, so 0 means empty and 1 is not empty. So 1 means already there is flowers are planted. 0 means there is a empty plant. So what you have to do every time you're if you're facing the 0, there is a possibility to plant the flowers. Okay, I'm pretty much sure there is a possibility. But what you have to do, you have to check, is there any other flowers in near in adjacent? If there is a flower in adjacent, then definitely you don't have you should not plot the flowers. Okay, so 0 means empty, 1 means already plotted. Okay, so if n new flowers can be planted in flower bed without violating no adjacent flowers rule, and false either. Okay, if that, let's say if you're let's say just take this test case. Okay, um okay, I just want to plot one flower. So in that case, what I can do, definitely I can plot my flower here, right? In index 2, right? Because the nearby adjacent nodes, adjacent indexes, the index 1 and the index 3 doesn't have any flower, then I am not violating violating the adjacent rule, right? Then definitely I can plot my flower here. So there is a possibility to plot one flower here. So in that case, you should return true. Otherwise, if there is no possibility to n flowers, then definitely you have to return false. So the problem statements is like we have to place the flowers in a flower blade without violating the adjacent rule. If there is a possibility, to plot n flowers in problem statement, then definitely you have to return true, otherwise false. So the end output should be boolean, either it should return or it should return false. Okay, so let's move on to the test case. I will give you some try run. So definitely everyone understand about the problem statement. Okay, I'm pretty much sure now everyone actually has some little bit understanding about what they are trying to say. So I will give some try run about the sample test cases. Let's take this one, the flower bed. So 1 0 1 0 1. So what I have to do, I have to find a I have to plot only one flower. So n equal to 1. In that case, what I have to, okay. In that case, what I have to do, okay. So where I can plot my flower. So in index, is there possibility to plot my flowers in index 1? Then definitely not. Why? Because my one of the adjacent node already is plotted, right? Then definitely there is no more possibility to place one flower in index 1. Shall I put it in index 2? Yes, you can, because check the adjacent indexes, index 1 and index 3. That is empty. In that case, I'm not violating my adjacent plot, so you can place your flowers here. So what I have to do, I have to find out the possibility to place only one flower. So in that case, definitely the answer would be true. Let's take this example. Okay, the 10001. In that case, so n equal to 2. So definitely I have to find out the place which is not violating the adjacent rule for two flowers. Okay, so definitely I can't place it here because one of my adjacent node already is being filled. Okay, I can place my one of the flowers in index 1, in index 2. So now, okay, then I have to figure out one more possibility, for one flower. Okay, shall I place it here? No, I can't, because already one flower is plotted over here. So definitely I can't. So shall I place it over here? One is representing not empty. There is already flower, so you can't, right? So in that case, you can able to plot only one flower. So you cannot able to plot two flower. In that case, more than one flower. In that case, you should return false. So this is the actual problem statement. So now I hope everyone understanding about the problem statement as well as the sample test case given by the LeetCode. Let's move on to this. Figure out the int. Actually, what we understand from the problem statement. So what we have to do, we have to figure out we have to place all the flowers in flower bed without violating any adjacent rule, right? So in that case, so what is the int actually you're getting from problem statement? Just pause this video, just read the problem statement once again. Definitely you will get some int. Okay, I will place it over here. So what are the int actually I got while reading this problem? The very first, okay, 0 means empty. Sorry, oh, yeah, 0 means empty. 1 means not an empty. Okay, so whenever you are seeing any flower bread, what you have to do, you have to check the value of the particular flower bread. If the flower bread is 1, then don't worry, please don't consider that particular index, because already the 1 means not an empty, already a flower is being plotted. So if you are facing the value 1 while you are iterating your flower bread, please don't consider that, don't know anything, because 1 means already plotted. So what you have to do, then you have to consider about 0, the value 0. So why? The value 0 means empty. There might be some possibility to place, but before that, what you have to do, you should not violate adjacent rule. Okay, so what is adjacent rule? Okay, let's say okay, just take this array as a 3 index. Okay, index 1, what are all the adjacent node? Index 0 and index 2. In that case, what you have to do, every time if you are seeing the value 0, in that case, please check the adjacent node. the previous and next index. The previous and next index should not contain any, it should not contain value 1. So what is value 1? What is value 1? Value 1 means the flower already been placed. Okay, again I am reiterating this because this is really very important, this problem. Because if you understand these problems, if you understand this particular line, definitely you can able to solve this problem with simple for each. Okay, so figure out iterator array, find a value 0. If you find a value 0, there might be possibility. Please check previous index and the next index. Okay, this is the one of the problem. Okay, and what we have to do, you have to figure out the possibility for n flowers. Okay, n flowers in flower bed. Okay, fine. Okay, this is all the actually I'm getting from the problems here. Then what you have to do finally? So if there is a possibility, return boolean. Okay, if not, return boolean. So boolean definitely will contain either true or false. Okay, so what I can do, this is the int actually I got from the problem statement. Based on the int actually I'm trying to writing the pseudo code for this one. The problem is really easy. So if you understand this int, then definitely you can able to solve this problem. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to writing the pseudo code for a particular problem. Okay, first what I have to do, I have to iterate my flower bed. So I'm writing very simple pseudo words, and definitely everyone can able to understand that. So what I have to do, what I have to check, if my flower bed has value 1 or 0. 0, right? If it is 0, then definitely I should consider. If not 0, please don't consider. So I'm simply writing in term the flower bed of I as 0, as value 0. Please consider. If not, don't consider. Okay. So okay, let's say actually I'm considering 0. If I'm having the value 0 in flower, then what is the next thing I have to do? So 0 means empty, 1 means not empty. Then 0 means there is a possibility you should consider, but before considering that, you should not violating the adjunction rule. In that case, what you have to do, you have to figure out the previous and next index. So figure out the previous and next index value. So what could be the possible previous and next interval? The previous and next index value definitely either 0 or 1. But if you want to place a flower in that particular index, then definitely your previous and next index value, should be 0. 0 means empty. Okay, so we have to figure out the previous and next index value. Your previous and next index value should be 0. Then if it is 0, please place your flower. And decrement the number of flowers, right? Then I just want to know how many flowers are created. Then finally, I will return, okay, number of flower remaining equal to, or else you can do one thing. You can just increase, you can create one variable here. Okay, you can create one variable here, like let number of placement, uh, just increment this value. Okay, just increment this value. Increment value. Then finally return, okay, now number of flowers equal to, I mean I am just telling n equal to the number of placement of flower. Okay, so what this statement is telling, if you, let's say, take this example. Actually, I'm coming to this node. Actually, the index I equal to 1. In that case, the value equal to 0. Just I'm considering. Before considering, actually, I have to figure out the previous and next index, right? So previous value equal to 1. So don't worry, please. The previous value is 1. Please don't place it. Otherwise, you will violating the adjunction rule. Then move on to this index. What is the value? 0. Okay, I have a possibility. Before that, check the previous and next index. Again, iterating, check previous and next index value. If the previous and next index value should be 0. Yes, my previous and next index value is 0, as well as my current index value also 0. So please place your plot your the flowers here. Increment the value equal to 1. Then try to figure out the possibility. Definitely this here I can't able to place. Here also I can't able to place. Then finally I will return 1. Why? Why you are returning 1? Because I figure out the only one possible place to plot a flower. Okay, 1 equal to 2. What is the value? False, right? The same thing. For the same thing, here you have to place only one flower. In that case, you already figure out the possible place for plotting the flowers. In that case, definitely finally return true, because where n equal to number of place, n equal to number of place flowers. Yes, one, right? Then definitely you will return true. Okay. Then now my next question, the edge case, how to figure out the previous and next index value. Let's say, let's take this example. Okay. Let's take this example. Okay. Okay. Let's say if index I equal to 1, index I equal to 1. So what is the previous index? The previous index would be 0. What is the previous index? The previous index would be 0. What is the next index? The next index equal to 1. Okay, fine. What about I equal to 0? The previous index equal to -1? Definitely not, because array is 0 based, right? It will start with 0 index. There is nothing -1 in array. So in that case, what is the previous? There is no previous index. So please, what you have to do, please consider only the next index value. If I equal to 0, don't take previous value, just consider the next index, because there is no more previous index. Okay, the next index is equal to 1. So what about 1, 2, 3, 4? Okay, what about I equal to 4? What is the previous index? The previous index value equal to 3. What is next? 5? No, my actually my array length equal to 5. It is starting from 0 to 4. Okay, there is no fifth index. There is no fifth index, right? In that case, what you have to do, if I equal to 0, please don't consider the previous, only consider the next value. If I equal to last index value, don't worry about the next, because you are already staying in last position, right? In that case, there is a one possibility. Just consider the previous value. This is one of the test case. I will write. So you definitely will get understanding about while I writing this code. So what about okay? Let's move on to this the problem statement. Okay, I will write a code for that one. Then definitely you will understand that. Okay, let's say number of placement, number of places. Okay, equal to 0. Then find it. Okay, what I'm doing, I'm just iterating my flower bed for I equal to 0, I less than flower bed dot length. I have to iterate. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to worry about, you have to consider only the value. I mean, the current index value should be 0. Okay, I'm just checking my current index value equal to 0. If it is equal to 0, then there is a possibility. In that case, what you have to do, just consider the previous index. Okay, for if I equal to 0, then there is no previous index. In that case, so actually for previous and next index, actually I'm expecting my previous and next index value should be 0, right? So okay, in that case, okay, just take the previous index value. Okay, previous index value equal to previous index value equal to. So if I equal to 0, then definitely there is no previous index, right, test and no previous indexes, right? So I'm just returning 0, because I want only 0. I am expecting the 0 in both previous and next index. If I equal to 0, there is no previous index. So in that case, just return 0, because I want to make it fast. So what about the next index? If I equal to flower bed dot length dot -1. So which means you are in last index. Is there any other last index after that? No. In that case, just return 0, as well as return the, if I not in last index position, then return the previous index value. Next index value. What is the next index value? I plus 1. So you have to return I minus 1, because I know the previous index value, just decrementing the I. Okay. So what you have to do, you have to check the previous equal to 0, as well as less equal to 0. Okay. If In that case, then incrementing the flower bed. Okay, incrementing the flower bed. The meanwhile, just update the value in your flower bed because this should be considered for your next iteration also. Like, okay, because I make this already a place. So I'm telling this index is going to be not an empty, not an empty. Okay, fine. And finally, what I will do, I will return if n equal to if my n equal to number of placing. In that case, then definitely I will return true. Okay. 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 Run. What about okay? Run. Okay. My test case, a sample test case is getting back. Okay, I'm doing something here. Oh, my test case is getting failed. So why my test case is here? This is what actually I love to explain here. Okay, this is one of the test case. Okay, coming back to here, I will explain you why it's getting failed. Okay, uh, what is a flower bed? This is the flower bed value. Okay, 00100. Okay, sorry, 00100. Okay, what I have to do? Uh, I have to figure out the possibility for only one flower. Okay. So shall I place it over it? Yes, there is no previous index. Consider about the next index. The next index value equal to 1, 0. So definitely you can place it over here. So my program will come to this place where I equal to 1. My previous and next index value already been placed. So I can't able to place it over there. Coming to this point, the 1, so which means not empty. Please move forward. So if your I equal to 4, if I equal to 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3, if I equal to 3, so there is a value 0. Shall I place it over here? No, there is a previous index value equal to 1, which is means not an empty. You can't able to place it over here. So again, I am meeting I equal to 0. In that case, my next index is definitely there is no next index because already I'm staying in the last index value. But my previous index value equal to 0. In that case, definitely I can able to place it over here. So how many iteration, how many placing actually I did? I did 2 placing. So what I really need, I need only 1 placing, not a 2 placing. In that case, what you have to do? So you have to find out the possible placement for only n. Okay, n was given in a problem statement. So since I'm not I'm not checking if my n placement is done or not. I'm simply iterating my flower bed again, and I'm iterating every index linearly. But before that, what you have to do, you're checking the particular index value equal to 0. Meanwhile, again iterating, you have to check whether my n placement is done or not, right? So this is the one of the edge case. Okay, that is what actually we failed in almost 110 test cases is being done. Only the remaining test case is getting failed. Okay, let's move on to add this the edge case. This is one of the edge case because I know about it. Already I solved this problem. I know about edge case, but I just want everyone to know. But because I can simply add my n should be greater than number of placing. Okay, then definitely many of people won't get that, right? So I just want to know about why I'm just adding this condition. The meanwhile, I'm just ensuring everyone is understanding about all the lines actually written by me. Okay, so let's run do submit. Definitely, it will. Now everything is getting passed. Yes, I got success, right? Now everything is getting, for all the test cases is now getting passed. Okay, let's move on to final question. The time and space complexity. What about the time and space complexity? So here, did I am creating, I'm asking question to you. Did I create uh, any array asset ASMAP here? Did I create any asset ASMAP or any array here? No, I am not, right? In that case, what is the space complexity? Then space complexity will be O of 1. I'm not creating any array, I'm not creating any ASMAP, I'm not creating any asset, then definitely the space complexity will be O of n. I'm just creating only one variable. That's it. Okay. What about the time complexity? I'm just iterating the flavor bread. The meanwhile, I'm just checking whether my number of papers should not exceed n. But just think about why calculating the time and space complexity. Just think about the worst case. In worst case, you have to iterate all the elements. It's given in flower bed. I mean, you have to iterate the entire flower bed. So what if the flower bed size of n? So in that case, the time complexity would be O of n. Okay, where n stands for size of flower bed. Okay, size of the flower bed. Okay, so this is all about that. That's it. Actually, the problem is really interesting one. This is very simple, but the only thing is we have to clearly understand this problem statement, guys. If you like this problem, please if you please share it to anyone who are really willing to improving the problem solving skill. As well as if you want me to create any video for the particular problem statement, please do your comment. Thank you guys supporting me.